today's the birthday of your book, Something to Food About, right? Is today's the actual like technical release day?
It's kind of like having a kid.
So does promoting your book, does it feel different promoting that versus your music?
I don't know. I mean, I've seemed to have made a career out of, or at least people have the perception that all the time, like other artists will come up like, oh, you don't care about sales, like you're a real artist, like that sort of thing. But kind of inside, I'm like, no, I do care about sales.
Right.
But I mean, someone wants to be rewarded for good work.
You talk about like wanting to come in a little low, because when you came on the food scene, there are a lot of celebrities. Food is the cultural currency now, and people are all, everybody's extending their brand to food.
I really wanted the respect of the culinary world, only because I not fear it, but I respect it.
The moment you had this inspiration of that the creativity that a chef does and the creativity a musician does, that's the same, coming out of the same place. You saw
Jiro?
Yeah, Jiro Dreams of Sushi. And
well, really, I mean, even before that, slowly I started realizing the amount of prep and the preparation that they do. Like, it's much more than just making me a sandwich or making me a snack. Like, it's art, but it's art that you don't have evidence of after 15 minutes. Like, it's gone. And I saw Jiro by accident. I forgot what movie was playing at the Nighthawk, but it was sold out. And sometimes, people go to movies and it's like, what's left? I don't feel like going home.
I'll have the sushi movie, whatever.
Yeah, I was like, all right, let me see what this is about. And I saw it. It just it kind of changed my life, because I saw someone crazier than I was about his craft. And almost to a fault, because when you see the movie, they obviously speak on his cold personality or just not really connecting with his own family, and every waking moment is dedication to his craft. And I can relate to that, and not to mention, they just made the food look so great that I instantly made it my mission to go there on my birthday to see it. And that took 7 months to.
It wasn't disappointing? Sometimes you build something up in your head to eat, and then you get there and you're like, oh.
Not this time. I mean, I made sure that we weren't working the week of, third week of January, and quickly hopped on a plane, took a food tour of Asia, went to a few spots in China, and then I had the best dinner of my life at 11 in the morning. I mean, it was intimidating. I think I was too scared to even have an opinion of if it was great or not, because it's dead silent, and all you hear is the trickle of like this little order device in the back, and he's standing there. It's like seeing a priest. Yeah. It's like seeing a priest, and he stands right in front of you. He makes it with his own hands, and he watches you eat it.
And so you're like what? Do you feel?
I didn't know how to react, and then it was like. It seemed like it was like his 4 henchmen in the back, but like one makes the rice and one like preps, but they are all watching you.
Right.
And I was just like, what if I don't like it? Like I had to get out of my head, and then by the 4th piece, I realized, oh, he's telling me a story, which if you look at it on like a Shakespeare level, like he starts with the basic pieces, and then by the 4th one's like a little saltier. And then the buttery ones are the next 3. And then his final 3 are like the sweeter ones. Mm-hmm. And then actually the best one of all was the world's best cantaloupe.
Really?
Something, not even sushi, but the cantaloupe is so great over there. It runs you like $60. But it's the sweetest, like juiciest cantaloupe you ever had. And I came alive, and he started. The whole time he was had dead reaction, but as soon as I came alive at the cantaloupe, then it was almost like we made a connection.
Right, then he knew something about you, and he knew that he touched you, right, in a way.
Yeah, then he gave me another one, and he gave me another one. But wait, here's the funny thing. So by the 4th one, without knowing it, he did this. He said something to the guy, and the guy said, would you like to take a picture with him? I was like, oh, I'm so honored. So then we got up, and they took me outside. Then we took the photo, and then they left, went inside, and then I realized, oh, they just kicked me out.
That's the oldest trick in the book, man.
I didn't realize it at the time.
That is a rookie move, my friend.
I thought I had a friend. I thought I had a BFF. I thought.
There you go.
You know.
You had it written into your
right.
You had written into your contract that you had to pay for chef to come in and cook, right?
Right. So the opposite of what I do now with the food salons, which is
you guys know what his food salons are? This is the best invitation that you'll probably never get in town, but I'll tell you about it anyway.
No, we're equal opportunity.
Okay, all right. It's just started at your apartment, but inviting some chefs and some friends to come cook and create a salon in the.
We call it a highbrow potluck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're amazing. You're just like, oh my, who is here and how did this even happen? And this little condo kitchen, and these guys are in there cooking, and it's just, it really does all the great things you want a salon to do. We're all talking about all different things and eating.
Right.
And
the story of really how it starts is, we got our record deal in 1993. We had massive critical acclaim. But really, we weren't fitting into the marketplace. Like, 93 was a crucial year that hip-hop became a big business. Well, no one gave us the memo in that. So we were trying to make these, like, art records, but not selling them. But the critical acclaim sort of sustained us. By the fourth album, we were afraid that the jig was going to be up. And it's like, well, how can we be the greatest band that no one ever heard of and no one's buying the product? We told our record label, look, you can invest all this money into us if you want to, but it's going to be for naught if you don't invest in the story and in the movement. And they said, we're listening, and we explained to them. No one has ever had success unless they were associated with a tribe. You think you like Stevie Wonder, but no. You like Stevie Wonder and the people he's associated with. Four Tops, Smokey Robinson, Marvin Gaye, the Motown sound. It's like Noah's Ark. You got to gather two of every animal. So gather every left of center hip hop artist that has respect and sign them to this label. And Common just happened to be out of his deal of his indie record label, so we signed him. Then this unknown rapper, Mos Def, we signed him. Talib Kweli, signed him. Even acts that weren't signing to the label, we were associated with. An unknown waitress in Dallas. Okay, we're gonna produce her record. Erykah Badu, D'Angelo. And then we told them, like, put a chef on the budget. So that way, because we knew that free food will
works every time.
Yeah, it brings people. So we had the best chef in Philadelphia at my house every night. Or no, it was on Friday nights, cooking. And once we put the word out to these certain artists, and then every night they started coming. That was 1996. By 1999, all these unknown artists started getting record deals. Jill Scott, Music Soul Child, Bilal, Floetry, the Jazzy Fat Nasties, even the Mos Defs and the Kweli. Like, that's how we all came up in sort of this tribal way. And I mean, I'll say that the food angle was probably the best carrot on a stick kind of
it's true.
trickery.
I mean, food is this amazing tribal fire thing, you know? Mm-hmm. So people come together and...
Yeah, the first round of food salons, who was it? It was Dominique Ansel and Danny Bowen. And this was at the height of, like, Cronut Mania.
Yeah.
You know?
And you had the Cronut guy.
What the emails and the messages and the texts that I would get afterwards was more like, man, thanks for doing that together. It was so cool that I got to talk to different people. And the thing is that, okay, you would say to them, like, you know, it's restricted and there's a velvet rope thing, but I think it's the perfect mix of the cool factor. You know, you might see Carl Bernstein over there, or Bjork, or you know, Chris Rock might come by, whatever. But then there's, like, all walks of life. There's different artists. There's, you know, my landlord comes, you know.
Yeah.
So
let's talk again about the book with the chefs that you talked to and selected. And one thing I know it's a big deal now is diversity in kitchens and diversity among chefs and gender equality. And when you were selecting the people for your book, did that worry you at all?
I had concerns of whether or not we represented women well, or anyone of color. But then I thought maybe we should actually reflect what we see.
Right.
And, you know, we actually do bring it up in the book. As of now, One of the projects I'm working on is a documentary about why is there a lack of well, not a lack of, but the idea of
Visibility, maybe, yeah.
yeah, well, on both sides of the fence, because I mean, this could be easily seen as, you know, the 1 percentile's cuisine, or just a very snobby. When I was a kid, I mean, all there was Julia Child and, you know, a bunch of French restaurants that you couldn't pronounce. Even when I became of age, there was one. I think Philadelphia had one Michelin star restaurant that we had a photo shoot in, and we weren't even allowed to walk through the front door. Like, we had to go through like the rat-filled alleyway to go through the back of the kitchen and then go downstairs. Like, that's how snobby they were. But things have changed now. You'll go into Twamek in Los Angeles. You walk in there and he like blasts the Wu-Tang Clan, but like the explicit version. Like, suddenly I turned it to my parents and like the chefs are like,
Young man,
right?
you didn't realize what you're listening to.
Like, yeah, you're not the days of like Burt Bacharach's song catalog being in the background. That's long gone. Now it's about Old Dirty Bastard.